What do you think, man? You ever think about abortion? Ever?
It's a rough subject, honestly.
I know it's a rough subject, but you know why it's kind of rough?
I've never had to deal with it, so I'm not sure.
You've never had to deal with it?
No.
You never
So
got a girl pregnant?
No.
No, that's good.
I mean, I did, but we had the baby.
But you had the baby. You didn't pressure her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a human rights thing. It's not just a women's rights thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like so like. However the woman feels is however it should be. I'm not sure. It's
Well,
like,
hey, let me think. Let me just put this in your mind so you can think about it. All right. In every age, there's a group of people that do something to another group of people, and there's always Christians or someone rises up and says, "Hey, you can't do what you're doing to those people because they're humans, and they're made in the image of God." And they say, well, you know what, my plantation, my prerogative, who are you to tell me what to do with my property? And then people say, it's not your property, that's a human being. So like the mothers and fathers and people are like, these are our children. You want to have an abortion? You don't get an abortion. Well, that evil goes on because no one wants to stand up for the rights of the disregarded human beings in the culture. Because,
well, you know, that's another side to it that I've never really heard.
Yeah, I mean,
and that makes sense as well.
Because it's like, it's not new. There's always some human
Because I can always say, me personally, I'm not for it, but I'm not sure how to feel about the woman who is not for it. You know what I mean?
It's easier to think about other evils, like say like they're rounding up Jewish people in Germany, and someone's like, listen, I'm not really for like the whole termination of the Jewish people, but you know, I'm not going to stand up. Like that's how that sounds.
I get it.
You know?
I get it.
Because the issue is that, so I'm a Christian and I say, well, I'm going to love my neighbor as myself. I'm going to try to apply the golden rule to every other human because we're all image bearers of God. We're all alike. So I'm going to say, what's the golden rule look like to that preborn child? Like what would I want done for me if I was in the womb of a woman, my mother, who wanted to terminate me? I'd want whatever laws were protecting born people to be applied to me. As harsh as that sounds.
No, it makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah?
It does, honestly.
Yeah, well, hey, you listen. There's something to read later on. This is two little, that one's basically kind of like saying, we talk like, as though like homosexuals are oppressed. But you can't kill homosexual people. You can't just kill homosexuals.
Yeah, it's killing a person.
Yeah. And so, like, even if you disagree with that, there's not a law allowing you to terminate them because you don't want them. So, like, but LGBTQF people wander all around acting like they're oppressed. But if you talk to 9 out of 10 of them, they're going to straight up tell you that babies in the womb don't need rights and shouldn't be protected. Thank you, sir. You know? So it's like that. So that's kind of like calling our culture to account for the hypocrisy. Like we pretend we like we live.
That creates a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was never for it. I'm not like pro, yeah, but I was never against it either.
Yeah.
So, you know, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that people don't think very much about it. But like maybe 2 or 3 generations from now, they'll look back on our generation and they'll all be like, I can't believe those people did that. Because like, you know, we look back, it's not very long ago, like slavery in this country. It's not very long ago. But everybody out here, all the white people out here, they would, back in the day, if I lived in that day, I would have been for the abolition of slavery. It's not true. There's a very small number of people who actually...
Everyone that was keeping up with the Joneses didn't be outcasts.
Yeah, because I mean, even in the North, like you look at the North, I'm a historian. I studied, this is what I did, you know, studying in college and everything.
New York was the last place to abolish slavery.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you look at...
The last state.
You go through and they're like, all these people, they're personally anti-slavery. They would never own a slave, but they didn't want to tell the people in the southern states what to do with their property. So they kept out of it. And that's why you have decades of oppression. And then now, everybody sort of like gives lip service and they pretend like they would be for it. But we know if they're not standing up for these people, they probably wouldn't stand up for those people. This is just the group of people that our culture collectively just sells out.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Sad. Well, I'm glad you stopped and listened and give it a run. Yeah. Have a great day. Just,
You as well.
all right, man.